Once upon a twilight serene, in a small cottage cradled by whispering willows and a silken sky, there lived a gentle little girl named Olivia. The world around her was preparing to wrap up the day's stories as the golden sun tucked itself beneath the horizon, bidding goodnight with a soft orange glow. Olivia's room, painted in shades of soft lilac and warm cream, was filled with the comforting quiet of the approaching night. Plush toys and storybooks lined her shelves, each holding memories of daytime adventures. But of all her treasured companions, her dearest was a tiny fluffy hamster with pearly fur and eyes like polished chestnuts, affectionately named Mr. Whiskers. Olivia had just finished her bedtime routine, the scent of lavender from her bath still clinging to her hair. She climbed into her cozy bed, the sheets whispering softly as they settled around her. Mr. Whiskers, ever the nocturnal little soul, ran on his wheel with gentle determination, the wheel's soft purring a familiar lullaby to Olivia's ears. She smiled, watching her furry friend's determined little legs, and her eyes began to feel heavy with the weight of sleep. "Mr. Whiskers," Olivia yawned, "did you ever wonder what it's like beyond our cozy room, beyond the willows and the sleepy town?" The hamster paused, his whiskers twitching thoughtfully. It was as if he understood and shared in Olivia's childlike curiosity. "Sometimes I imagine a whole world up there," she continued, pointing towards the dusky ceiling that slowly filled with twinkling stars as night befell their home. The room was quiet, save for the sound of a gentle breeze against the window panes and the distant hooting of a night owl. "I think there's a place," Olivia whispered dreamily, "where everything is calm and the stars sing you to sleep." Mr. Whiskers tilted his head, his beady eyes reflecting the soft glow of the star-shaped nightlight by Olivia's bed. With the magical innocence that only a child possesses, Olivia closed her eyes and began to weave a tale for Mr. Whiskers, her words floating like feathers in the tranquility of their room. "In this place, the sky is a blanket of soft velvet, and the moon is a glowing lantern carried by the night's whispering guardians. And there, Mr. Whiskers, in the heart of the celestial meadow, is a hamster with starlit fur just like yours. His name is Whiskerstar, the gentle keeper of dreams." Olivia imagined Whiskerstar as a wondrous creature with a coat that sparkled with the dust of 1,000 diamond-like stars. In her story, this hamster danced upon the moonbeams and sang lullabies to the flowers that bloomed only at night, cradling glowing orbs of dreamlight in his tiny paws. "The flowers listened to his songs," Olivia said with a soft smile, "and they released their sweetest scents into the night air, helping all the little creatures of the world drift into peaceful slumber." As her eyes fluttered beneath her dreams, Olivia's voice grew slower and softer. Meanwhile, the real Mr. Whiskers had curled up in his cozy nest within his cage, his little chest rising and falling in time with Olivia's breaths. He seemed to be dreaming along with her, whiskers twitching ever so slightly, as if chasing starlit adventures in his sleep. "And if ever you feel afraid or alone," Olivia murmured into the stillness, "Whiskerstar would hear your wish upon a star and scurry across the sky to find you. He would bring you a dreamlight orb to chase away the shadows and stay with you until your fears faded." Olivia felt a warmth in her heart as she held Mr. Whiskers closer, comforting her with his soft presence. The story spun on as the night deepened. Olivia spoke of silent rivers reflecting silver moonlight, of gentle giants who guarded the peaceful night, and of a whispering wind that carried dreams from one sleeping child to another. Every word bathed the room in an even deeper peace, and soon the boundaries between Olivia's tale and the tenderness of reality began to blur. In the quiet warmth of her bed, protected by the caring eyes of Mr. Whiskers and the soft glow of the nightlight, Olivia finally drifted into sleep. Her story had painted a world so calm and lovely that it had lulled not only her, but also Mr. Whiskers into the sweetest of dreams. Across the landscape of their imagination, they explored moonlit meadows and danced with shadows, secure in the knowledge that every night would be graced with kindness and wonder. So under the watchful stars in a room surrounded by love and dreams, Olivia and her cute hamster found rest. And outside, the real sky shimmered with hopes and sleep, a mirror to the peaceful story that had sent them adrift. The night carried on, timeless and tender, a guardian to all the world's innocently sleeping souls, including Olivia and the little hamster with starlit whiskers. The end.